When it comes to fines, this mask mandate that the Columbia mayor wants to implement for Columbia public and private schools and daycares, a $100 fine, he said, would be imposed for violators. However, it wouldn't be the student. We incorrectly said the parents earlier. Actually, we should have said the principals. The principals would be the ones getting the $100 fine.
During the press conference less than, I'd say 40 minutes ago, the mayor says that there are 43 public schools, private schools, daycares that would be impacted by this mask mandate if the city council does vote for that state of emergency tomorrow. Our team coverage continues now with News 19's Eleanor Tabone. She is at a Richland One school right off of Rosewood Drive to talk more about what this means, because Eleanor, students will be going back to school in the next couple of weeks, and I'm sure a lot of parents right now are confused.
That's right, Darcy. We are here, and we are here with Mr. Aaron Bishop, Richland One board chair. Mr. Bishop, what is the significance and your thoughts on this new mask mandate that the mayor mentioned this afternoon?
Well, it's really about a state of emergency, according to Mayor Steve Benjamin and the City Council. But it's also about the urgency of leadership. When we look at the urgency of leadership, especially with Richland School District 1, we are T-minus 14 days or 13 days and counting, where students are going to return back to school. And the anxiety that is within the students, some of our students, we need to address it, because the social, emotional health and well-being of the student is just as important as the academic success that they go through while going through Richland One.
Mr. Bishop, when will this be going into force?
We're going to unpack this with the City of Columbia, as I believe tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. This will become a city law and ordinance. And so as we look at preparing for the returning of our students and the reopening of schools, we'll know how to enforce this so that we can mitigate the spread or the impact of COVID. COVID is real. It's out here, and some of our students are infected by this virus, and it's increasing. We are alarmed as a district, and we're even more alarmed by the statewide mandate, statewide choice of Governor McMaster to not make it mandatory. So therefore, we are looking at two elephants that are fighting, which is city government and state government and the law. But as a commissioner, as a chairman, I put my hand on the Bible and chose an oath to protect students. And so that's what we're going to line up with, hopefully, the protection of students and staff.
Mr. Bishop, who will be required to be wearing a mask on the school grounds?
Well, as stated by the city government and Mayor Benjamin, he addressed the ages of 12 and under, which is our middle schools and our elementary schools, because these are the ones, as you can state, that are voteless. The parents vote, but the children don't vote, but they're not voiceless. They have a voice, and the problem that we're facing is that they don't have a vaccine, and so they're vulnerable. They're vulnerable to this disease, this virus. And you know who else is vulnerable? The people they go back home to. You look at the mobilization of this virus. If we're not doing everything to mitigate it, it can become traumatic. It can become a tragedy to the community, and we're trying to do all we can to align ourselves in the battle for life.
With the surge that we're seeing right now, how important, Mr. Bishop, do you think it is that we start having our kids and parents and faculty wearing these masks?
It's critical. It's very important. Personally, I've been impacted by COVID-19, by loss or death. People in my community who have barely survived it. It's a troublemaker. It's a problem in our community, and I just want to put this out there. The City of Columbia has done a courageous job by taking this step forward. I'm pretty sure there'll be some conflict or some backlash from it, but this is what leaders are supposed to do. The leaders are supposed to step up for those who they are here for. And I'm here for the children. As a commissioner, I'm here for the children, and I'm challenging other governments, other government bodies, statewide, to definitely look at this courageous step, and let's make sure we take care of our children. Because we're talking about all the children. Are all the children well? Well, that's the question we need to ask.
Mr. Bishop, you mentioned backlash. What would be your message to maybe parents or teachers that are opposed, that don't want to wear a mask when this new school year comes into play?
I was speaking to my mentor today, and he said, are you here to serve people, or are you here to make money? You got to serve the people. And so therefore, we are in this together. We are in this pandemic together, and we need to be total solution providers, which means we come together. We can agree to disagree, but the thing we can't disagree with is that our children matter, and this is about the children, 12 and under, who are vulnerable because they don't have a vaccine. And so therefore, the courageous leadership of City Council, and hopefully places like County Council, because Richland One has a number of students and staff who are part of a school, 12 schools that are not in the city. So we need help from the county as well to protect our students and our staff. Our school bus drivers, our custodians, our cafeteria workers, we're all in this together.
Thank you so much, Mr. Bishop. We appreciate you being here. Reporting live in Columbia, Eleanor Tabone, News 19 WLTX.